Hey guys, on screen now are some screenshots of me getting 85 dungeoneering, which means that it is time for me to go to Frost Dragons, and this is going to be a guide on them. Hey guys, and welcome to a Frost Dragon guide. I just recently got 85 dungeoneering, and I've been doing Frost Dragons for a while now. I've gotten about 500 killed, and I have been selling the bones for money, so you will not see any in my bank. However, let's get on with the guide. So for my inventory, I bring super anti-fires. If you do not have super anti-fires, which I'm assuming that some of you will not, you can protect from magic, which you will be doing, and bring any shield with a regular anti-fire, or you can just use the regular anti-fire and an anti-dragon shield. So for the rest of the inventory, I bring one super set, one prayer renewal, two prayer potions. A cannon's going to be needed for this because it will increase your kills per hour, and even though it uses up cannonballs, it will increase your cash per hour. Obviously, cannonballs. I use a war tortoise. If you can use a pack yak, you can camp here, which I'm assuming that a bunch of you guys won't. So we're going to be using a war tortoise for the sake of this guide. And then teleports. So what I do to start out each load is, it's just a personal preference, is I like to summon my war tortoise pouch. And then I like to fill it up. It's just personal. It all depends on how much food you use and stuff. I fill up 6 spots of food with my tortoise. Just find the right amount of food for you. I'd suggest taking a full inventory your first time through, just in case you get owned, which sounds weird, but it does happen from time to time. So now for the gear. For the gear, you want, if you do have 85 dungeoneering, which is definitely required to get here, you should have a chaotic by now. The chaotic rapier is really good here because the frost dragons are weak to stab and ranged. So chaotic rapier obviously uses stab bonus. And yeah, you want a little bit of prayer bonus here, so I'm using a Soul Wars cape. If you can't use a Soul Wars cape, a God cape would work well, or a Fire cape if you need the attack bonus. A Nezi helm, just because it gives good prayer bonus and good offensive stats. A Glory, I use a Glory because I don't have a Fury, and it's second best compared to the Fury, so that if you can't afford a Fury. I use a Torso just because it's one of the best plates I have, and it gives a +4 strength bonus, so that's a nice little bonus in there. Dragon plate legs, they got good defense, and I like to have Bandos Tacits, but I did sell them for the bonus XP weekend, so therefore I do not have them. Dragon boots, obviously some of the best boots in the game. Dragon Offender. I'm wearing a Dragon Offender, not a Dragon Fire Shield, because although the Dragon Fire Shield does give one more strength bonus, which will make you hit higher, the Dragon Offender has attack bonuses on stab, which will make you hit more often, and I'd rather hit more often and kill the dragon quicker than be able to hit harder. I use Ring of Wealth, which is just in case. It increases the chance of hitting the rare drop table, so that's nice. Better chances of a Visage, which they do drop. And Barrow's Gloves. So yeah, all this gear can be replaced with higher gear, just such as like Steadfast Boots, Bandos Tacits. Bandos Chestplate is highly recommended, full Bandos. However, I cannot afford it. So yeah, that's the gear setup. Oh, and also I'm using an Aura. I'm using a Reverence, just because that helps out with prayer. And so yeah, let's start finding ways to get there. Some ways to get there are through the fairy rings, if you have access to fairy rings. There's one straight in Edgeville, one straight down south here. You'll arrive at the Xanaris. That's the place, sorry. You'll arrive at Xanaris. Use the fairy ring. The code is AIQ. So you can teleport there. And then you will arrive just a little bit south. Let me get the mini map here open real quick. You arrive just a little bit south of the dungeon, which is going to be right here. So now you know where the dungeon is. So if you do use the fairy rings, then that's where you'll go. You'll just run straight up north and you will see the dungeon right past this guy's house here. It's where you get your smithing cape. Another way that you can get there is by teleporting to Falador and running through the south gates past the clan camp, way south past Port Sarum, or you can use the house teleport, which they just updated. Home teleport, sorry. All the way down, straight to the dungeon. Pretty far run, but if you have to, then you have to. Another place, which is the fastest way to get here, even though it may seem fairy rings are faster, the time it takes to teleport with them and for the screen to load makes it longer than to teleport to your house, which will be in Remington, and then running this path. Going straight south, follow the coastline along and through to the dungeon. So basically you arrive right here, run south through the city, over here, through the dungeon. Once you should arrive right here, go up through this way, around here, and right here. This is where the dungeon is that you will be entering. So I'm going to pause the recording, and I will record once I get to the spot. So see you in a few minutes. We're back, guys, and as you have probably noticed, I have hopped worlds, or servers actually. I am now in a Dutch server. I am here because it's very hard to find a world in an American server to get a world that's open. And I don't like to steal people's spots because it just decreases my kills per hour as well as theirs. So back on with the guide. Once you're here, just remember you need 85 dungeoneering to enter here. Go in, drink one of your anti-fire potions, one dose of each of your superset, and run in. Also pray mage because it will protect you from the magic attacks. And as you can see right now, this dragon, well, I set up my cannon just a little bit west of this little lake right here. I find it pretty useful because then it hits all the dragons within range. So now this dragon is using ranged attack, so you can hit it. Holy crap, this thing is owning me. You can protect range and play safe and not take too much damage, or you can just tank it out. Why am I getting owned for the video? Alright, well, it'll happen in a kill from now, so I will shortly show you. I'll do it on purpose next kill, just to show you guys the dragon's special attack, which can really... ah, crap, which one's take? Ha. Got it. Alright, so the main reason why you're here, obviously, is for the Frost Dragon Bones. Frost Draken... whatever. Okay, so now, once the dragon's been attacking you for a little while, if my cannon doesn't kill it, it'll take a few hits, probably near 10 about, roughly. And you will see a blue orb going across the dragon. At this time, like right here, this blue orb, at this time the dragon cannot be hit by cannon or you or anything, as far as I'm aware. And all the damage that you would have done will come back and go right back on you, so that's a real easy way for you to die. Because all it does is, all that you would have hit, it goes back and deflects the damage on you. So, always want to pay attention and be ready. So now, the whole concept is pretty simple. Just make sure that your cannon's up and fill up your Beast of Burden when you need to. Just keep killing the frost dragons. Make sure your cannon's always loaded. Also, make sure, just really do not forget about your anti-fire and everything else. Crap, I wasn't paying attention there. But make sure that what I like to do is on my anti-fire, as soon as I take an anti-fire dose, I also take a dose of my superset. I just do that because doses stay even, and then you stay for the same amount of time, and you don't get confused with some pots have some and some have the other. So yeah, I will begin recording once I am about done with this trip to show you how to prepare for the next trip. So I will be right back. Hey guys, your trip is over once you are out of food, low life points, and stuff. Oh crap, I don't like that. Give me. Teleport to your house once you're done. I always like to pick up my cannon just in case, because sometimes it's not there when I get back. And I know that it does not decay because I just pick it up. I think the frost dragons destroy it or something like that. But once you're done, teleport to your house, go to your house, pray at your altar. It's assuming that you have all this. Rub the Amulet of Glory if you have one. Teleport to Edgeville. I always check my familiar's timer. I average about 20-minute trips, which will equal about 110 to 120 bones per hour. And that is roughly 2 mil per hour as of right now. So it's really good cash. It's the best money making method in the game in my opinion, because you have free combat XP and everything. But we do all have different opinions, so it will vary from person to person. Some trips you will get more bones, and some trips you will die and you'll run out of food early and you'll have to teleport out, which kind of sucks. However, it happens, and just take it as it is, and it'll still be faster in the long run. So give me 1 second and let me enter my bank pin to show you how to restock. Alright guys, I'm back. So now, what did I just do? Oh, I just drank super strength. Alright, what I do to restock, I bank all my frost dragon bones. I put them in, I bank the familiars one. So now they're all stocked up in the bank. Put in all the potions. Put in all your secondary drops. I take out a bunch of sharks. I eat up to near full life points, if not full. Just gonna go full here for the sake of the video. Add in 6 sharks to my familiar's inventory. Go back to the bank, take out my anti-fire, take out the potions, fill up the rest of my inventory with sharks, and then I continue proceeding with me killing frost dragons. So that, I believe, will conclude my guide. Please like, favorite, subscribe, and comment on this. I really do like feedback to see if what I can improve on and what you guys liked about it and stuff. So yeah, and also I almost forgot, over here there is a summoning obelisk and a prayer altar over here in case you need to. So yeah, that was my guide, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.